Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Jajanandana Yashodanandana Prajajanandana Yamunatira Panachari Yamunatira Panachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Prajajanandana Yashodanandana Prajajanandana Yamunatira Yamunatira Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Jai Gora Hari Guru, Hari Guru, Hari Guru, Jai Gora Hari Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Pariva Jagatyāṁ has two terraces Shishimani divine bliss. ISKCON founder Charya Jagat Guru इसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिव प्रभुपाद की जय. जयम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव जगचार्य स्तोत्र सचिमान divine bliss भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. अनंत पुरी वैष्णव की जय. नमाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय. प्रेम को श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyam Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Prem Vrindavan ki jai. Bhakti ki jai. Navadviya Mayapur ki jai. Jagannath Puri ki jai. Jamuna Mai ki jai. Ganges Mai ki jai. Tulasi Devi ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Dittai Gaura Premanande. All glories assemble devotees. All glories assemble devotees. All glories assemble devotees. All glories assemble devotees. Guru Tashishi Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Paya Krishna Vita Vata Vishmati Vachita Shanti Mr. Krishna Vashi Gorana Sakti Vachita. Amagena Tamirandasya Gyanjana Sarakaya Chakshura Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Vipakadamahim Jidati Swarvakadamtika Vandiham Shri Gurun Sayita Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vidutam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahavana Lalita Shri Visakāvitam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Takta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavana Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Vachanam Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Isopanisad ki. Hare Krishna. We continue our discussion from Sri Isopanisad. We are continuing from the this invocation. That is where we were last day for yesterday. Right? We are here. So we were looking at Krishna is perfect. Thank you. Krishna is perfect. So we're looking at that, how Krishna is perfect. And Prabhu, His grace, he contributed we're looking at how even Krishna's energy is so complete that it's working perfectly. It worked perfectly. And Prabhu brought in a very powerful example. Which example he gave? Prabhu gave example before yesterday. Which example he gave? Perfect. Yes, I'm sure Prabhu. He gave a perfect example last night. Not you, Prabhu. I want to hear from, if you remember what he said. Not him, you. You are Maxi. What did he say? Prabhu contributed before yesterday.
We gave the example for perfectness of Krishna.
Yes.
Regarding his opulences, particular examples of his richness, his wisdom, his renunciation, and Prabhuji mentioned that he is not the owner of this universe. I mentioned only on that day only about his material opulence, but Prabhuji mentioned that you forgot to mention about the other universes also. He is the owner of infinite universes.
That's all. Thank you. That's what Prabhu contributed. Huh? He said many things. The last one he was saying before we left.
What we said is that there's no limit or end to trying to describe how Krishna is complete and perfect. There's no, Ananta Sage with his unlimited hoods is chanting about Krishna's potencies and opulences and beauty and never finishes.
Yes.
Never finishes.
Yes.
What to speak of us?
Yes. Good. So now we'll look at how Krishna is. How Krishna is complete. We look at how he's perfect. Now we should look at how Krishna is complete. Krishna is complete. We agreed with Isopanisad that Krishna is complete?
Yes.
So now tell me how complete is Krishna?
We didn't even start getting into it.
Yes.
I'll just say one thing, that every type of relationship and activity in this universe is just a shadow, a reflection of how all of this is happening in the kingdom of God between Krishna and those souls that are there. So, in that sense, he is complete, whole, and the perversion of that is in the reflection. It's not just a reflection, but it's a perverted reflection. So, for example, the ultimate sex desire is for our senses, and in the original, it's for Krishna's pleasure only, without a tinge of thinking about my so-called.
Very good. Very good. Yes. Krishna is complete. Thank you, Prabhu. How complete is Krishna? When they say Krishna is complete, what are we looking at?
So, I have a few aspects. One of them is how when Krishna comes to the material world to perform his pastime, he comes equipped with everything that he needs to perform his duty here.
Complete. Well equipped with everything, all the paraphernalia needed for his pastime. Complete. Okay, very good.
Another aspect is that in the 9 limbs of devotional service, one can perform all 9 and achieve perfection, but also each of them is fully equipped or fully complete to give one perfection.
Very good.
And perhaps this one last one is
good.
When he sends all his expansions or incarnations are all fully complete, including...
They are complete. All his expansions are complete with all the necessary things for their particular service. For example, this morning we're talking about Garbhagata Vishnu is there, and Lord Varaha has to come. He has to come again to come and do the service. The Vishnu is already there, but he didn't do it. So another complete part came to do that work. Very good. Something else? Very good.
Can I ask you a question about what you just said?
Yes.
Clearly, Krishna did not need to assume the spiritual form of a spiritual boar. He could have lifted the earth by his word, his thought, his anything. And in any other film, there must have been something that Krishna enjoyed about assuming that form. It's not that it was necessary. The only way God could lift the earth is in the form of a boar. So, I'm just ignorant of Krishna's pleasure. What great pleasure did he derive in that form?
Yes, very good, very powerful. What made Lord Krishna to take that form? Yes. Krishna's all his activity, the intrinsic nature of Krishna's all activity is to enjoy. That's enjoy. And also to show his supremacy. In this way, he's entertaining his devotees. Today, the sages were saying, "Oh, Krishna, we glorify you because you are so perfect and so complete that the activity is very hard for other people to understand. But the devotee is very easy to understand." Krishna likes that. And, where does pig enjoy the most? Where? Pigs, where does they enjoy the most? Yes, dirty. Pluto, where the ocean is dirty. So when you see the pig in vṛndavan, when you see pigs in the dirty mud, they're happy. Their air standing on end. Their air standing on end. So when Lovaraj, he came, the same thing he did. He shook his body out of ecstasy, and water spread from his body and formed a lake in a, what's the name of the place? There's a lake where Ramanujacharya went to go and stay. Ramanuja, he went in South India, he left his palace, he went there, Sebai were fighting him. What's the name of this place? Belkote, thank you. Belkote, thank you. It's a big lake. It was the sweat from his body. He shook his body. Ecstasy. It's enjoy. It's enjoyment. It's a big lake. Please try to go there. So what the scripture says are all true. There's no fiction in Christian consciousness. Everything is perfect, complete. That is Krishna. So he took pleasure in that. And when he tried to lift the earth also, just by touching Mother Earth, she became pregnant and gave it a child. See, everything is, yes. So he's happy doing his activities, and by this activity, the demigod was enjoying and showering flowers on him. So the demigods are happy the Lord has come to help them. The previous verse, the previous day, the demigods, the sages, they told Varaha, you are the father of this universe, and the earth is the mother. So, father and the mother coming together. So you give us a place. The universe has fallen into the water. We have no place to stay. So I say, Father, please give us a place. By lifting the earth, you are giving us a place to stay. They are happy. And it's enjoyment for the Lord and for the devotees. In all his activities, he maintains his devotees in that way. Devotees are happy to see the Lord come and visit them.
Yeah, I was thinking also, in addition to everything you said, only the residents of the top of the planetary systems can actually see this leap. And I think that Krishna enjoyed the effect it had on them, the unbelievable astonishment and awe and ecstasy that created in them gave Krishna his happiness to be a performer like that and amazing emotions in them.
Yes.
Starting and filling the whole sky from the top of the universe down. I mean, they were. We don't have adequate poetic words to describe what was going on in the minds of the highest sages and neighbors seeing this. Just minds were just completely astonished, never seen anything like this. And it was just so awe-inspiring and wonderful, and they were feeling ecstasy just from seeing, knowing they knew it was God, they were watching him do this. And God is enjoying that they're feeling that ecstasy. So it's part of their rasa with Krishna. That's how I was also trying to imagine it.
Yes.
Doing something that no one's ever seen, and the effect it had was pure bliss of those who could see it.
Yes.
And he loved that he had made them feel so blissful like that.
Very good. Very good. Yes. How complete is Krishna? Complete Krishna.
16 divine qualities. Krishna is having 16 divine qualities. Those qualities are just compassion, patience, forgiveness, justice, impartiality, detachment, meditation and spiritual power, invincibility, best of dancers, best singer, embodiment of honesty, truth itself, perfect master of all arts, controller of all. So these 16 qualities he is holding only. Nobody is there. He can have all these.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
Maharaj, if one practices all the yoga until and unless they didn't have the devotion to such Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, they cannot get any their desired result. This itself shows that the process to worship Krishna is a complete whole. If he can give that, he should be the complete whole first of all, then only he can give the complete result. So it shows that our Krishna is complete.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna is also said to be Atmaram. So he is self-satisfied. He is complete in himself. He does not need anyone, anything apart from himself also. So in that sense also we can call him as complete.
Okay. Okay, something else? Yes, Prabhu.
So, as Krishna is called Rishikesh, can controller of the senses.
It's working.
Yes, go ahead.
Controller of the senses. Krishna can make anyone else also feel complete. This reminds me of the last time where all of the Brahmanas came to visit the Pandavas, but they were actually unable to see. They were actually unable to see them all. Is there another one?
Yes.
They were unable to feed them all, but after Krishna took only one rice grain, every Brahmana they felt fully complete.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
I just wanted to make a follow-up comment to what this Prabhu started to read, I guess from Nectar Devotion, the qualities of Krishna. We should not impose our human, limited concept to what those qualities are. It says that Krishna is the greatest dancer, or the greatest artist. We can't imagine that. The artistry of Krishna that's visible on the earth, but his unlimited planetary systems, which are much more opulent and beautiful than anything on this earth, which we have not seen. We're just getting a tiny glimpse from that list of the qualities that actually Krishna manifests, that he has as being the complete whole. Dancing, imagine if you were there watching this. It's impossible to imagine. These hoods of Kali were trying to kill him. And he's gracefully, like a ballerina, dancing on the hood as they're trying to rise up and bite him. If you really meditate on that painting, you get a tiny glimpse of what it means to be the greatest dancer.
Yes.
So we have to take our time with each one of those and not just read it and then gloss over it because, oh yeah, we know what dance is. We have no idea what dance is. We have no idea what artistry is.
Yes. Yeah. Krishna has unlimited qualities, but our charter summarizes to 64. Everything in your scripture, 64. The 16 I have not had. First time hearing of 16. But 64 qualities, Brahma Samhita rated all. Rupa Goswami also mentioned all of the nectar of devotion. So he has unlimited. He has unlimited, which we were saying. Just one alone, they can expand it and expand on and on and on and on without end. That is Krishna, unlimited.
The music that Krishna can make.
Yes.
Playing music. We have heard, every one of us has heard music, and not heard the real meaning of it. When Krishna plays his flute, the sound vibration causes the most unlimited bliss and ecstasy with every sound. And Krishna's playing like that. So your ecstasy, I mean highest level ecstasy, keeps increasing with each sound. Endless. It's just endless. There's no music like that in this earth that we've ever heard that even begins to create that effect on us.
Yes.
So again, we take each of these qualities and try to truly understand them, and then we realize how complete he is and how infinitesimal we are.
Very good. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
Maharaj, Krishna's name itself, that is complete. Like Krishna means Krishna is there, that is complete. For us, if name is there, we are not there. So Krishna is complete by the name itself.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Lord Krishna. Yes. Krishna is complete with 6 opulences. Nobody mentioned that. Krishna is complete with 6 opulences. Complete. And each of the opulence have no limit. We can have a fraction of it, become very proud, become very, very proud and bewildered by it. But Krishna is the source. He's the source of everything. There is no end to his opulences.
Could we ask the class a question?
Yes.
What does any of you think it means that Krishna has the opulence of renunciation? What does that make you think?
He's not attached to 16,000 wives, even though he's married.
Say again?
Even though he is married 16,000 honorary queens, he's not attached in this. Attached like this is one of the examples, one example.
Well, he does love them. I know what you mean. Not in
Yes.
our way. But that's just that's just the tip. Every single universe is his property. Unlimited wealth, and he's not greedy or proud or attack or any of the things that great enormous unlimited wealth causes in the mind. It's unbelievable how renounced he is considering his other opulences.
Very good.
He is also not very much concerned about his image also.
About
His image.
image.
Where in the battle of in the battle with Jarasandha, although he defeated him 17 times, he still ran away in the next battle. Although people would call him different names, and he later on he was known as Rancho. But in the material world it is not very good quality, but still Krishna's another name is Rancho. He is very much famous about this.
Yeah, Krishna is complete in all qualities, complete.
I would just mention to you, if some of you are not yet in gṛdhaḥ ashram, one day some woman may appear to be attracted to you, and the effect that will have on your ridiculous ego, your false ego. Oh, you will think I am so wonderful. Yeah, of course she loves me. And you can't even imagine all the things which are ridiculous. And half the time, her attraction is motivated by something. By the way. Meanwhile, Krishna's beauty is so amazing that everyone is endlessly, like, completely surrendering to the highest degree to please him. How can you be renounced for that? I mean, it's simultaneous. It's impossible for me to grasp the real meaning of renunciation. Because I don't think anyone could react and be that renounced. If the goddess of fortune wanted to be with you, but forget it, you would pass out and die. You don't have any idea. Thousands and unlimited goddesses of fortune. Or unbelievable beauties, Saraswati in each universe, they want to be with Krishna. They're fighting if there's anything I could do to become a gopi in the Ras dance, they're not allowed. There's just so many things about Krishna's renunciation that are mind-boggling to us if we take time to go deeper and deeper into reflection.
Yeah. Everything about Krishna is inconceivably wonderful, wonderful and sweet, very sweet. Everything. Yes, so according to our level, we can take the little we can. So we're looking at completeness and personality of Krishna.
And perfection.
Yes.
You did perfection yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
There's a small question here. If we are saying the 16 qualities divine, or 64 divine qualities, so is there any devotee in this earth who has seen these all qualities in Krishna in any time?
Did you understand the question you're asking? Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the question.
You understand?
I'm asking again.
I'm asking, do you understand the question you're asking?
So Krishna is, as you said, there are 64, 64 qualities, right? Okay. So that's what I am getting a question here. That is there any devotee who has seen these all 64 qualities in Krishna's form?
If Rupa Goswami didn't see, how can he write everything in details? Rupa Goswami described Krishna from the head to the toe. If he didn't see, how can he write that? It's Rupa Goswami. Right? If Lord Brahma didn't see, how can he mention all of them? Lord Brahma. If he didn't see, how will he write? Lord Brahma gave Brahma Samhita, 64 qualities of Krishna, as well mentioned there. Letter of devotion, 64 qualities of Krishna mentioned the Rupa Goswami. If they don't see, how can they mention? If Prabhupada didn't see, how can they give explanation to each of them? So they are devotees.
So if it is about Rupa Goswami, he has seen this particular 64, or is there more also he cannot identify?
You can ask him that. Ask him.
That is it.
Ask him.
Because sometimes we feel
There is no limit. Then how we are making limit?
Ask Rupa Goswami. How did you write 64 when Krishna is unlimited? Ask him. Tomorrow you give us the answer. We'll hear from you tomorrow.
There is no one to answer.
He's
It's
asking
okay.
if there's more than 64 that are more advanced devotees that learn them? Is that really your question?
yeah,
Well,
actually,
64 qualities.
Start with trying to even understand one of those 64, please.
That's a,
You can't understand either one.
yeah.
Don't worry about it. But anyway, Rupa Goswami studied every revealed scripture and presented the highest truths.
He gave detail. Rupa Goswami described Krishna gave detailed sizes. Different sizes, everything, all part of his body, he gave detailed sizes. But Krishna doesn't have size. He also has size. That is inconceivable nature of Krishna. He has size, he doesn't have size. So,
That is what I think.
it's okay, it's okay.
That is why in the first
Excuse me if I want to continue.
I said that.
Please, want to continue?
Okay.
Yes. If you want to understand something, you should listen. You should listen. Don't talk at the same time. You should listen, then you can understand. So we're looking at the Krishna's completeness. This is what we're looking at. Krishna is complete. So, yes, we have completeness. We have what? Personality, which defeats the Mayavadis that Krishna is not a person. So properly explain that in the purport also in detail. So we'll look at it. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is complete as what? Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Complete. Anything extra?
No.
Complete. And that is Satchid Ananda Vigraha. Proper rights here. The complete whole or the supreme absolute truth is a complete personality of Godhead. This is Krishna, complete. Impersonal Brahman forms an impersonal Brahman forms an incomplete realization of the absolute truth. And so also does the conception of Paramatma, the super soul. The supreme personality of God is Satchidananda Vigraha. That is Krishna. And so the complete whole is not formless. He is not formless. If he is formless, or if he is less than his creation in any other form, he cannot be complete. The complete whole must have everything, both within our experience and beyond our experience. Otherwise, he cannot be complete. That is Krishna. So there is nothing like formless. Nothing like formless. Formless doesn't exist. Is it not? This light has form or not? This light, does it have form or not? Huh? The light, it has form?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Sound, does it have form? Sound. Sound. Does sound has form? How? How does it form? How does it have form?
The source of the sound. Sound.
It's okay. Sound. You agree the light has form? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yes. What of sound?
Yes.
Has form?
Yes.
How? How does it have form?
That one can differentiate one type of sound from another.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Sound, that means somebody is calling me. That is,
Okay, let me help you. Let me study. See, anything which occupies space, what is that? Anything which occupies space, what is that? Sound, that's its form. The light doesn't occupy space. Light occupies a space, is it not? What's in the middle? That's its form. Anything which occupies space,
Okay.
What is that?
It's a form.
The form, yes. Is it not? So light occupies space, the same with sound. If there's a sound here, it will go a distance. Is it not? So there's nothing like formlessness. Everything has form. Then you can say, okay, you trace it to the origin of the origin. All right? If you trace it, you want to trace it. The sound, there must be a person who is producing that sound. Be form, yes. We explained the other day. The same with light. You can trace it to
But this is
a generator.
hearing first time, like if it occupies space.
Anything which occupies space has form. That is form.
Okay.
Can we see it for vacuum also?
It occupies space.
Vacuum.
Yes.
Vacuum itself.
There's nothing inside. Vacuum means what? Vacuum. What is it? Hmm? Ether. There is. Ether is. If it had no form, how can you measure it?
We cannot limit it, right? Ether, it spreads everywhere.
It's spread, but what is spreading? What is spreading?
Something.
What is spreading is something. When you say something, means object. Object. It has form. So formlessness is due to ignorance. That properly is explained here. If Krishna is formless, if he is formless, or if he is less than his creation in any other thing, he cannot be complete. Right? How is he complete if he has no form? And how can you describe it if he has no form? How can you say Krishna has complete with 6 opulences, there's no form? Opulence is not a form. Opulence is not form. Opulence is object. So everything has form. That is my material. But when we go into spirituality, in the spiritual world, everything is personified. Form is a person. The word form is what? It's a person. Sound is a person. Light is a person. Behind the fulgence, there's no person?
Yes.
Yes. Even within the fulgence, it's a person. It's a form because it's occupying a space. Occupies a space.
Even for the brahmachari, this is the analogy that we should understand. Even for the brahmachari also is one form of Krishna.
Yes.
But it is not form. The source of the brahmajyoti has the form, but brahmajyoti occupies a space in the spiritual sky, so it's a form.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a form.
Amazing.
No formlessness. There's nothing like formless.
We are unable to see one thing by our natural.
Yes, we don't see doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yes.
That is my limitation, that I don't see. Right? It's my limitation. It doesn't mean that you also don't see. Right? Krishna sees everything. That is why he can speak about it. The pure devotee, they see everything. That's why they can talk about it. If you hear, you will get everything completely.
Alright. I could not follow last statement. You said the Bhagwan, the source behind the Brahma Jyoti has a form, that is Bhagwan.
Yes.
And the Brahma Jyoti also has a form.
Yes, no?
Well, it has a space in the space.
When you look at the sky, you don't see anything. When you look at the sky, you don't see anything. Not here. Outside, if you look at the sky, how do you call the sky?
Sky.
A big space is there, but something is inside. And occupying a space. It covers a distance. And it contains so many things inside. Right? If something inside what? The inside what? Something. And what is that thing? Yes. Yes. I don't see does not mean it doesn't exist. It's my own ignorance that I don't see. So the soul that goes to Brahma Jyoti is lying on what? You're hanging. Even the air has form. Air has form. You don't feel touch. You don't feel touch. Air. Yes. Otherwise, how do you feel touch? How do you feel sensation?
With your senses.
You feel that yes, something, the air is touching you. How do you feel if it had no form? If I wave hand in your body, will you feel anything? If I wave hand, will you see anything?
Yes.
If I wave hand, you will feel me? You can see, but will you feel?
No.
If I touch you, if I touch, how do you feel? You feel something,
Yes.
is it not? So if there's no form, how would they feel? If air has no form, how would you feel the air? Right? How will you feel it if the air is passing through the body, you feel it. Something is passing through you. Yeah, this good breeze. Something has touched you. What is that thing? Formless, properly saying.
Maharaj, any Brahman is there for this, like formlessness is Brahman is there for this, like formlessness is not exist, like any Acharya is quoting this. To get to know more, like when we explain in the public, to get Brahman, to explain them.
Is it difficult to understand that anything which exists has form?
Anything
Which exists
has form.
has form. Anything which exists has form. And even the form which you are identifying with today, it came from where? The sound. The form today comes from where? What's the origin of form? What's the origin of form? Yes. All the physical objects we see in this world, where does it come from?
Oh,
From another form.
Came from sound.
sound. Oh.
Came from sound. Sound, in the mode of ignorance, produced all these physical gross things which we see. All the gross thing we're seeing today is coming from sound in the mode of ignorance. When you get to third canto, you'll see. Canto 3 of Bhagavatam, you'll see the origin of sound. All these physical things from sound. Even in the Bible, God said, "Let it be light." That is, and there was light. That is sound. Sound manifested everything that we are seeing physically. And the sound, who produced the sound? Yes, Krishna produced it. That is why we have to perfect our life by sound, by chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna is what? That is sound. And the form of Krishna is inside the sound, Hare Krishna mantra by chanting. So we chant to some time, the form will manifest. And all the pastimes of Krishna we are hearing about, it will become manifest from the sound we are producing now. By chanting Hare Krishna mantra, all the sound will produce everything, all Krishna leader, everything will come out from the sound, Hare Krishna mantra we are chanting. Sound. First time you hear it, it's okay. Try it. You will digest it. Yes, that is Krishna. Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Yes. We continue. Material world is complete. Is it true? Huh? How is it complete?
Why will Krishna create?
Jiva soul is also. Jiva is not there. Jiva soul is complete. Complete. Yes. The complete whole personality of Godhead has immense potencies, and all of them are complete as He is. Proper purport. All of them are complete as Krishna is. The material world, the material energy is producing everything. The sun is setting at the same time, the rising at the same time without being late. Is it not? You see, one day the sun is late, even if there is a big fog, a cloud, the sun will not come. The sun will be there. It may not be visible, but it's there. Right? So material world is complete. Material world is complete. Creation, maintenance, and destruction. Everything is going to. There's something also Prabhupada mentioned yesterday, which didn't remember. Can we change the winter now to summer? Huh?
Can we change?
Winter. Can we change it? No, I don't want summer. Winter is too cold. I want summer. Can we change it? So material is not complete in this work. It's complete because it's coming from Krishna. Perfectly going on as it is. All the wrong things, all the mistakes which should go in Kali Yuga is going on perfectly, and nobody can change it. Not even our scientists can change it. It's going on. Right? Because
if we cannot change it, does it mean that it is the criteria for being complete?
that is how Krishna is, even material energy is working perfectly. As Krishna designed it, it's going on like that. We cannot change it.
But it dissolves sometimes, material will dissolve sometimes.
When it is time, what is Krishna's time? Not our time. Just like we cannot change winter now to summer or to spring. We cannot. We have to wait until Krishna winds it up through the material energy. That's how complete Krishna is. That's how perfect Krishna is in all his work. Right? Yeah, that is Krishna. The 24 elements of which this material universe is a temporary manifestation are completely adjusted to produce complete things necessary for the maintenance and subsistence of this universe. Is it not? If you put one seed on the ground, how many will you get? If you put one seed, let's say peanut or sesame or whatever, if you put one on the ground, how many will you get? Many you get. For what? For the maintenance. So the universe is maintaining itself because of Krishna's energy. That's how complete Krishna is. That's how perfect Krishna is. In everything. Right? It's in the purport. I'm reading this from the purport. It comes from the purport. See, a complete creation, maintenance, and destruction. It's all done by material energy of Krishna perfectly. And Krishna arranged all this. They're working perfectly. Can we change all the wrong things which is going on? All the wrong things which are going on, can we change it? Huh? They're going on. It is made like that. Deterioration for material energy is going on. We can talk about it, we can complain and feel bad about it, but it is going on. That is how Krishna made it. No extraneous effort by any other unit is required for this maintenance. The universe has its own time, fixed by the energy of the complete whole. And when that time is complete, this temporary manifestation will be annihilated by the complete arrangement of the complete personality of Godhead. All right? There is complete facility for the small complete unit, namely the living beings, to realize the complete and all forms of incompleteness is due to incompleteness are experienced only on account of incomplete knowledge of the complete. This is our problem.
Wait, one more thing, last thing.
Yes.
You said it is because of Krishna's material energy they are working very They are working very well, fine. That's why, and everything is going, and it's. Also the deterioration. It is not. It will go on. That does not depend on us. But sometimes it says that normally people say that raining gets delayed, rains get delayed, and it's because of us. The greenhouse effect, the water, ozone gas layer, greenhouse effect, all these are happening because of global warming, man-made anthropogenic activities, man-made activities, what we do. So we are, in some way or other, we are affecting, we are, putting efforts, we are also, some kind of putting efforts in this effects also, we are helping. We are also the
I understand. Yes. I understand the point you're making. Yes. But did you see behind that, for us to act like this, that is how it has been designed? Did you see that also? It has been designed like that. That some of us, the instrument to facilitate all the deterioration of the age. Did you see that? We are part of, all these things have been already arranged, and it's coming like that.
We are also there in the design.
But yeah, from time, this person come and play his part and go. From time, this person comes. So it's all there. We think that we are doing, but it's already been planned, and the personality to facilitate all these things, they're already there in the system. The time will unfold all of them. Right? That's what is happening. That's what is going on. Yes, sir.
Now, sorry, I couldn't digest, that's why I'm asking another thing. In front of me, now I couldn't feel anything, but as per Shastra and as per science also, air vacuum is there. But how to feel it is have a form, it's above the conception, I cannot even imagine. Here now, is a form, but then there is no concept of space. It occupies space. Then there should be not this concept itself. Then everything is a form. Everything is a form.
Even the space is a form. Even the space has form. Let me tell you, see, how many of us are in this room? Count people in this room. How many?
13.
Okay, you think it's only 13 people in this room?
Huh?
It's only 13 people in this room?
Only 13 people are there.
I'm asking, is only 13 people are in this room?
Only humans are there. 13.
See, now you change it. You see, you change the word.
Krishna is there, all organisms are there.
Okay, but we've seen?
No.
Oh.
This materialized.
So, what is the purpose of our saying? So here.
Okay.
Yes, that is how everything will become manifest. So here.
Sure.
Then it will become manifest. That's all it
speak this to the materialistic people.
Which material people? What is not meant for materialistic people? How would they understand this? Materialistic people, let them channel Krishna to get the qualification to be able to hear this and then get purified. You can see. What is the benefit of our seeing? Okay. Not formless. Is it not? Krishna is not formless. Right? And properly continue. Because we do not know that there is a complete arrangement in nature for our maintenance, we make effort to utilize the resources of nature to create a so-called complete life of sense enjoyment. This misleading life of sense enjoyment is called illusion. because the living entity cannot enjoy the life of the senses without being dovetailed the complete whole. For example, the hand of a body is a complete unit as long as it is attached to the complete body. When the hand is detached from the body, it may appear like a hand, but actually it has none of the potency of a hand. Similarly, the living beings are parts and parcels of the complete whole, and as long as the parts and parcels are detached from the complete whole, the illusory representation of completeness is not enough to bring the desired result. Start to be complete. The completeness of human life can only be realized when the human form of life is engaged in the service of the complete whole. Any service in this world, whether social, political, communal, international, or even interplanetary, will remain incomplete unless and until it is dovetailed with the complete whole. And when everything is dovetailed with the complete whole, the attached parts and parcels also become complete in themselves. Does it make sense? All right. Yes, what's your question?
Just a reflection on the addition, properties mentioned social, political, communal, international, and then adds, or even interplanetary. So just thinking, the scientists, or many materialists, they don't even know that there is life in other planets. But Prabhupada is stating this, and he also states that only through yoga, I think somewhere in the book he says that yogis can go to other planets through other means, or one can leave this body and go to other planets. So my reflection is that materialists can't, many materialists can't understand yoga, what to speak of bhakti. Because yoga can be only, the tool of yoga can be used to go to other planets. And many materialists don't even understand that, they refute their understanding that there is life in other planets. So what to speak of bhakti, which is much, much higher on the platform of yoga ladder.
Is that a question or a
He
statement?
has not asked the question.
Okay.
No question yet.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, it's a preaching techniques here. If material world is complete, where is scarcity? He says material world is complete. Material world is complete. Oh, what is scarcity? What's the answer?
Due to our mismanagement.
Not finished. We have simply created scarcity by mismanagement. We created it. Our sinful activity is causing that. So it had nothing to do with the completeness of the material world, energy. So is this word false? Huh? Is it false? There is no form. Is it not false? No form. Sky, no form. Is it not false? What is it? Why should it be false? If it has come from the truth, how can it be false? We are trying to be the enjoyer of this material world. That is Maya. It is real, but temporary. Make sense? Right? What about population is pollution? What about that? Even where there is overpopulation, God will supply food. Don't worry. Become obedient to Krishna. Then he will simply supply everything. So our problem is not overpopulation. Our problem is what? What is our problem?
Consciousness.
No, God consciousness.
Our problem is we are not ready to obeying the order of.
We are not obeying the order of the Supreme Lord. Okay? What is our problem? According to Bhagavad Gita. Just one word from Bhagavad Gita. One word from Bhagavad Gita.
Avidya.
Just one word from Bhagavad Gita. Just one word. You just finished Bhagavad Gita now. Am I saying something? Please tell me. Only one word. I'm not asking the whole slope. Just one word from.
And the doer.
Don't guess. Just say something wonderful.
Any hint?
Hint. What is the problem of us?
Our problem is not overpopulation. Human species, how many? Human species, how many?
4 million.
No. Animal is what?
Huh?
Animal, how many?
80
The whole animals, all complete together, is 8 million. All million. Human is only 400,000. Animals have a problem with overpopulation. Why humans will have it? Why humans will have? So Bhagavad Gita mentioned just one word. Bhagavad Gita mentioned just one word. One word.
Desire.
Glaniri bhavati bharat. Glaniri. Glaniri means what? Discrepancy. That's what I'm saying you see. Discrepancy. It is mentioned here. It is our exploitative mentality. This is another verse. That is the problem. Exploitative mentality is the problem, not scarcity. Animal doesn't have scarcity. Why should human being have scarcity? We are exploiting the resources of nature. That is a problem. Glanid Bhavati Bharatan is we are discrepancy. We're not following, like you said, we're not following the scriptural injunction. And Prabhupada mentioned that in a purport. We should follow the recommendation of the Vedas. If we don't follow that, then we are going against the law. Disobedient citizens are not. Disobedient citizens are always punished. So we are being punished because of our disobedience to the law of nature. Yes.
Maharaj, only humans have this nature of exploiting?
Yes.
Only humans
Yes.
have it in this Bharatvarsha?
Yes. The next verse is going to talk about that. īśāvāsyam principle. Prabhupada gave an example. If you keep this is the next mantra 1. Prabhupada gave an example. If you keep a basin of rice here, bird will come and take all birds.
Whatever needed.
They will take what fits their stomach and they will fly away. Human being,
They will take a big bag.
they carry the whole thing. What do you call that? That's greed. Gṛdhaḥ. So the next verse is talking that we should not be greedy. That's the problem. It's only human beings who does that. Animal doesn't break even civil laws. Animal doesn't break civil laws. Only human beings break civil laws. Not animals. That's why that is why it is only human being that suffers. Because we are whimsical. Disobedient. Alright? Jiva is complete. Is it not? How complete? The human form of life is a complete manifestation of what? The consciousness of the living being. Why incompleteness? Incompleteness means lack of God consciousness. All forms of incompleteness are experienced due to incomplete knowledge of the complete whole. the completeness of human life can be realized only when we engage in the service of the complete whole. Example? What's the example?
And
The hand and the screw. Hand and the screw. Cut off hand. For example, the cut off hand. It may look like hand, but it is not. It doesn't have the property of the hands. So if one screw or one nut or bolt falls from a machine,
it won't have
no value. It has value only when it is
connected to the machine.
to the machine. Similarly, the hand is useful only if it is connected to the body. The same way, we are useful only if we are connected with Krishna. Without this, we are incomplete and will suffer unnecessarily. So all the suffering of the living entity in this material world is unnecessary. Unnecessary. Means we shouldn't suffer the way we are suffering now. We shouldn't suffer like this. It is not necessary for us to suffer the way we are suffering now. Yes. Why do you think the pure devotee, they take a lot of risk to present Krishna consciousness? What do you think is their problem? Why? Why did they do that? Pure devotees they are taking a lot of risk.
Because they are compassionate, because they know that we all are the son of Krishna. Krishna is our one father. So if suppose two brother or father is, if one brother is saying he is suffering, if I am envious upon him, the Krishna is not happy. But if I will help him and bring him to my father, then Krishna will be happy. So this is compassion of Vaishnava.
Yes, the pure devotees, they know that we are suffering unnecessarily. And they feel that. Therefore, they, out of compassion, they preach. To preach Krishna consciousness to help us to get out. And probably give an example. If we see someone loitering in the street, if you take the person to the father, another person who does not take him to the father, he simply says, "Oh, my boy, don't worry, I'll bring you food, I'll bring you clothes, just stay here." Which of them is better?
The first one.
The one who is taking the child to the father. Everything is complete. And who is that? The special master. That's the special master. Yeah, the devotees are taking us back to Krishna. So they're our well-wishers. Yes. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Yes,
we forgot that Krishna, that's why we are there in this material world.
Yes.
We are worthy for suffering. We should not think like that.
You forgot
Krishna.
Yes.
That's why we are here in this material world. I am worthy for all the circumstances I am undergoing here in this material world.
Yes.
Is the understanding of devotee not in a general principle?
All of us are suffering because of our whimsical activities. All. And it is not caused by somebody, it is caused by ourselves. See, pure devotee, they don't blame anybody for their difficulties. In 11th country, you will hear about Avanti Brahman. Nobody is the cause of my suffering. Yes, I am responsible. That's knowledge. That is fortune. For those of us who are not at that level, we blame everybody for our difficulty, but we don't like to change. Therefore, we need this knowledge. Isopanisad is teaching us how to become human beings. Stay close to Krishna.
So then how to reconcile that unnecessarily we are suffering here in this material world?
Suffering is not natural. Suffering is not natural.
Okay.
Enjoyment is natural, but not suffering. That's what everybody wants to. Want to enjoy, because that is natural for the soul. What they say, what they use? Ananda Mayo? Yes, sir. We are pleasure seekers. Why? That is natural for the soul. Natural. But suffering is not natural. That is why we want to go to a place where these things are completely off. It is punishment. Punishment. We are here for punishment. So whatever we do here, it is for punishment. And we should get out of here. We should get out of here. We should be reinstated in original constitutional position, which is eternal servant of Krishna. That's our eternal position. Not a sense gratifier. We can even gratify the senses. Animal does it perfectly than any one of us. Is it true or not? Is it true or not? Animals, they gratify their senses better than any one of us. So sense gratification is not for human beings. We are simply competing with animals, which is very risky. It is risky. We should not compete with animals. Do what is right. Become complete. Loving Krishna brings what?
Completeness.
Completeness. Loving Krishna brings us completeness. All right? Yes.
You said that self-gratification is not for human beings. In our last two previous units in lecture devotion, the teacher was explaining that if one becomes too detached, then they become jnani, and if they are too attached, then they are karmi. So therefore, a bhakta should have a balance between attachment and detachment. And in a sense, self-gratification is about attachment to enjoyment. So how can we understand that the goal of human life is bhakti, but we should not have self-gratification?
Anyone can answer the question? Yes.
He said he mentioned about nectar of devotion. We should not too much attach, not too much detached. And in one sense, he said attachment means sense gratification. In one sense, he said attachment means sense gratification. So sense gratification is allowed to a certain extent in bhakti also, but not to the extent of sacrificing your mood of serving Krishna, your mood of serving Guru Parampara also. So to that extent it is allowed. I mean, it's my perception that you are allowed to have prasadam when you are invited to some by some guests also. You can allow to have feast also sometimes. I'm just giving you the crude example of it. So, but not to that extent that you are forgetting that you are here for serving Krishna. I mean, a certain amount of sense gratification is allowed. In my perception, that is my opinion, as far as I understood.
Okay.
In bhakti, we never sacrifice anything. Literally, the sense objects are directly connected to Krishna, and we perceive it. So, in one sense, if you see externally, the senses are not stifled.
Sure. The senses are not starving.
Yes. Example, we are not starving from the food. We are eating food, which is the needy for the taste, and the food have the taste also. It's not something like tasteless, saltless, spiceless. Why? Because it is directly offered to the Lord, we are trying to please his senses. So if you please his senses, automatically your senses are pleased.
If you please the senses.
His senses, Krishna's senses.
To please Krishna's senses is not sense gratification.
Yeah, but trying to answer in one angle of Krishna, it's not, ultimate cause is not for this, but I'm trying to say answer to him.
I still don't understand what question you asked. You said something about not too much detachment, not too much attachment. What's the question? Then you asked.
So, we have the statement that sense gratification is not for human beings. So we should not have sense gratification as
No,
human
that's
beings.
a sweeping statement that makes no sense. You don't have sense gratification for the eye when you look at the deity's gorgeous decorated dress. You don't feel that's gratifying to your eye. So you can't make a sweeping statement like we're going to become like senseless. That's my advice. We have senses. There's consciousness of sight in the soul. There's consciousness of taste in the soul. How do we awaken that? By not giving into false sense gratification, but purifying our senses. We will get the highest taste, which is not material. It's Krishna. Taste of Krishna. So it's not that there's no sense gratification. That's impossible.
We are gratifying the senses, but the soul is starving. The soul is starving, and the starvation of the soul manifests in what you call depression. Is that life? Depression is life? Huh? That is not. Therefore, we should take Krishna Prasada. As Prabhupada mentioned, it purifies the senses, and the sense will become attracted to Krishna consciousness. If the senses are not getting purification, our attraction for Krishna will not come. So we need to purify the senses to be attracted to Krishna, and the more the purification continues, the more attachment or purification will get to become fully Krishna conscious. Then we need to purify the senses, not to gratify the senses, to purify the senses. Material facility cannot purify the senses. So we need a spiritual activity to purify the senses. We are seeing the deities of Krishna, we are seeing devotees of Krishna, we are taking Krishna Prasadam, we are hearing Krishna's sound, we are studying Krishna's messages. These are not material. They are all spiritual activities. They are purifying the senses, so the senses become attracted to Krishna and eventually become Krishna conscious. If material facility can make us Krishna conscious, there is no need for this. Because they are not powerful enough to help us. They will need something else to help us.
So then the statement is sense gratification is not for humans, sense purification is for humans.
Yes. Yes. Purification. That is human life. Purification of the senses. That's what we are doing. To purify the senses. Thank you. All right, we come to mantra 1. We chant this sloka. īśāvāsyam idaṁ sarvaṁ yat kiñca jagatyāṁ jagat tena tyaktena bhuñjīthā ma gṛdhaḥ kasya svid dhanam. Want to read the translation? Anyone? Read the mic.
Everything.
Read the mic.
Translation by His Divinity Isopanisad and Bhakti Shastri Course. Everything animate or inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself which are set aside as his quota. and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong.
Very good. In one sense, just to understand exactly what it is. In one sense, how do we understand what the mantra is trying to teach us? One sentence. What is it trying to teach? The whole slope. Read it loud. Yeah, let's hear.
Describes how the living entities can regain their sense of completeness by acting in relationship with Krishna. This action is called as īśāvāsyam, consciousness.
Sarvaṁ principle is what? Is what?
Everything belongs to Krishna.
The teachers have to connect with Krishna. Right? So we'll learn in this mantra that we should take only what is necessary for maintaining the body, and only that, even that which we should take for maintaining the body should not be against the law. It's clear? Yes, it is. The necessity for maintaining this body should be done according to dharma. It's not be against the dharma. The law. Law means what? The idea of law. The rules and regulations should help us maintain the balance. So we look at it in this way. How many ways we look at it? Huh? So we have īśāvāsyam, idaṁ, sarvaṁ. Kiñca jagatyāṁ, jagat. Tena, tyaktena, bhuñjīthā, then gṛdhaḥ, kasya, svid, dhanam. Three sections, divisions we look at in this. So mantra 1. This mantra 1, you also find it in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. 8th canto, chapter 1, text number 10. The same translation, but the purport is longer than this one. Prabhupada gave a purport longer than this one. More details of it.
Yes, one line is matching with this one.
Yes. Everything depends on the Lord. It's on the board, see. It's on the screen, you can see that. Yes, what I'm saying there. At the first 2 lines, that's what we learn, the first 2 lines. The remaining 2 lines is what? Should become detached from the world. Time for break. Can we take break now? 10 minutes? All right. We'll continue from here.